Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Wike TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. Thank you once again for joining me on this monologue. I shall be talking about River State. I have several topics to actually delve into, but I'll be starting with the River State. I want to expatiate on, if you have watched my previous episode with my regular guest, Barrister Austin Manta. I think I aired my opinion there, but I decided to make this monologue because I didn't want to take too much of our time on the other episode. Hence, this monologue, because I need to actually broaden my thoughts or my opinion about what is actually going on in River State. Now, River State issue, the political, whatever I call it, whether you call it quagmire or debacle or whatever controversy you want to call it, whatever name you choose to label it, you're right. We're all right. That's just it, because everything you can just apply. What is happening in River State right now is basically everything but good. That's just it. But there are two actually major factors that that is actually happening. That is the cause of what is happening in River State right now. One is from the President Tinubu's angle, and the other one is Wike. These two people, don't get me wrong, don't get the situation wrong. Honestly, technically, they are looking for the same thing. Both of them, both Tinubu and Wike, are looking for the same thing. But honestly, in other sense, they are not looking for the same thing. They are practically fighting for two different interests, not the same interest. Technically, you can equate them to be the same thing, but they are not. They are not in the sense that Tinubu is actually he is both of them. Tinubu, you can't say Tinubu is responsible for what is happening in River State. Wike is also responsible for what is happening in River State. Like I said, both of them have different intentions. Basically, it will end. It will not be different intentions in the sense that the end result is two different things. I think that is the right way to say it. That's why I decided. That's why, in my opinion, it's both of them have two different interests here. So, because at the end of the day, what Wike is looking for is not what Tinubu is looking for. So that is also it. Tinubu is actually looking for River State as a block to win, to return to power, to probably win second term, 2027. While Wike is looking for a permanent stuff. Tinubu needs just what he needs, what he wants. It's not necessarily a need to me politically, not a need, but what he wants actually with River State is just a temporary thing that has to do with 2027, and that's just it, a one-time thing. Wike is looking for an established interest, a long-term interest. He wants to entrench himself as the godfather of River State, just like what Tinubu just wants to replicate what Tinubu is doing in Lagos State right now, or in River State. That is what he just wants, that replica. So that's the reason why I said both of them are looking for different things. Now, what is happening in River State, I blame, majorly I blame Tinubu for it, because he is the father of the nation. And for him to be responsible, the father of the nation, for him to be responsible for trouble. Every leader wants peace. Every leader aspires and advocates, projects, instructs, demands, desires peace in his or her administration. Any leader that is fueling trouble, controversy, that's enough to actually disqualify such person as a leader. And that's why I don't even consider, I'll come back to that, to this issue. I don't even consider Tinubu to be a leader. That's just it, for several reasons. several factors. So it is a shame on him for doing this, allowing this to fester in River State, allowing Wike to become a thug, an area boy, behave abnormally and behave like a drunkard publicly, says whatever he decides he chooses to say, threaten whoever he chooses to threaten, insult whoever call people names, and yell and shout and denigrate and disrespect people and authorities without any repercussion. And at the end of the day, during the presidential interview, Tinubu called him, in fact, praised Wike as a very smart man. So you can imagine the kind of person we have as a leader of our nation. That is why I call him names, and deservedly. Honestly, I call him names because he deserves it. And that is just it. Now, that is his Tinubu angle. Now, let's come to Wike. What is happening in River State? Now, the plan, everybody knows the plot. Tinubu is in this. They have colluded with Wike to do this. And the judiciary is involved here. And that's why we got the crazy judgment that we had from is it Appeal Court? Yes, Appeal Court, and I think Supreme Court too. Supreme Court. That is just it. Now, what their game plan, why they had to reinstate these 27 members of the House of Assembly, is to impeach Fubara. They are gearing towards that. That is just it. They could have initiated that. I think they initiated it already yesterday. The article of impeachment has been initiated against Fubara already, and I'm surprised it's coming before they deal with the Chief Justice of the state, because obviously he is the obstacle, and that's why they started picking on him. They want to, I don't know if they have started investigating, but they intend to, at least they intend to investigate him for one corruption or the other, as just to intimidate him, to either chicken out, either resign, or buy him, or either use that to blackmail him into their own camp. As a result, use him to impeach Fubara, because you cannot impeach a governor without the chief judge of the state. The chief judge of the state plays a very, very, in fact, if not the prominent role, plays one of the two prominent roles, because it takes the chief judge and the House of Assembly to impeach. So without the order, there cannot be an impeachment, legal impeachment. So without the State House of Assembly, you cannot impeach a governor. Without the state chief justice, you cannot impeach. So it takes two. It will definitely take two of them to tangle, and tangle well in this case. So, and that is why their target is, first of all, to take out the chief justice of the state. The moment they take out the chief justice of the state, either they buy him to their own side or install someone else. Because my guess is they are trying to blackmail him, use corruption to blackmail him into submitting to their own interests. And that is just it. Now, in my own opinion, that will fail, and will fail woefully. I know everybody, so many people will think otherwise. Honestly, I have a reason why I am saying that they will not succeed in either taking out or buying or winning the Chief Justice hearts to their own interest. They will not succeed in doing that. Neither will they succeed in impeaching Fubara, because now we have had series of situations where so many state governors were easily impeached or whatever. Yes, that is understandable, because River State is different from other states. Current situation in River State is completely different from what other impeachments, under impeachment situation. The River State has attracted national interest. The River State has attracted, unlike other impeachment, state governors impeachment, that of River State right now has attracted national interest. It has attracted local interest. It has attracted both the illiterate and the learned interest. It has attracted political and non-political interest. It has attracted everyone, both the high and the mighty, the lowest of the low, the poorest of the poor, everybody, for whatever. There is no state has ever attracted such level of attention and interest in their governorship, in their state controversy as Rivers State right now. That is just the Rivers State. Like I said, it has attracted all demographics, both youth, including youths and young and old, everybody. It is unprecedented in the era, in the field of political controversies as it regards to states. That is justice. So that is one of the reasons, because if anything happens, Rivers State will boil. Forget about what Tinubu rolling out the army, rolling out security or whatever to make sure everything, and what the threat that Wike is, Wike was raining or is raining down on people who are trying to oppose his interest there, by saying that heaven will not fall if Fubara is impeached. Heaven will fall. I am telling you, Rivers State is not like the Ijaws are really, really resilient people. Rivers State is not like every or any other state. And this current situation is a very peculiar, very unique, a standout kind of situation. In my own world, an unprecedented situation. So you can't deal with such situation with the regular glow of dealing with situations like this. No. So it will fail. That is my opinion, and I assure you, how I will be right at the end of the day, because that is just the reality that is facing us right now. Now, secondly, let me come to Wike. Why this will not succeed is because Wike wants to replicate the Bola Tinubu's Lagos to Wike, Nyesom Wike Rivers. It's not going to happen. Bola Tinubu succeeded in doing that because Lagos State is a Yoruba state. Everybody knows that. It's a Yoruba state. You cannot compare the Yorubas and the Ijaws. Their spirits are two different things. Yorubas, with due respect to my Yoruba people, look, this is not to denigrate any tribe or any, I'm just stating the fact. Besides, my wife is Yoruba, so she's a very smart woman, very smart and energetic, strong, intelligent woman. So that is not to denigrate Yoruba in its entirety. No. But I'm just stating the obvious, that even the Yorubas themselves, they know this is the obvious, the reality. That the Yorubas, they are cowards. And that's the blunt reality. They are cowards, they are weak. They are not as complex as the Ijaws. They are not as complicated as the Ijaws. They are not as independent-minded as the Ijaws. The Ijaws are, look, they are, even though Wike tried in his interview, he tried to denigrate the Ijaws by saying they are just minor. They are not. They are not. When it comes to that, they are. He demeaned them. That is the reality by discountenancing, by disregarding how huge the Ijaw race, the Ijaw tribe is. Remember, this is the tribe. This is the fourth largest ethnic group in Nigeria, after Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. The next largest ethnic group in Nigeria is the Ijaws. And besides, among these three largest groups, the Ijaws are the most complex human beings to deal with. So the the breaking news. Let me give this breaking news to Yesun Wike. It can never happen. You cannot. You can't. River State cannot be Yesun Wike's river. Yesun Wike's River State. Never. It will never happen because the Ijaws can never kowtow with your personal interests. That is just like what Lagos State is doing for Tinubu. River State can never do it for you. You can never get that. It is not. You will never get it. Now there is a distinction. You and Bola Tinubu. As much as I hate him, I hate his leadership. I hate his personality for obvious reasons. His personality, because his background is just unknown to everybody. Is apart from having a criminal background, is unknown. He's just like a ghost to everybody. Nobody does not have a root, nobody knows his beginnings. His early days. Nobody is aware of that. Nobody knows that. So I just hate his personality and I hate his leadership, because look at where we are as a nation. Look at what is happening to Nigeria. We have never been this bad. This is the worst situation we've ever found ourselves. So it's somebody I hate so well, but at the same time, Wike can never be compared to Tinubu. Tinubu is much smarter than Wike, much calculative than Wike. And besides, Tinubu did not betray the people who helped him to power. No one. There's no story, no history of Tinubu betraying one godfather or the other, betraying someone. That, in fact, I think Tinubu literally fought his way to power. So, literally, no godfather to betray. No godfather, not talk of the one to betray. Wike has betrayed everybody. In the process of the ladder of success that he used to get to where he is today, he betrayed literally everyone that gave him the platform to step on, one step after step after step. At every step, there is someone that will be there, that is always there to lay a platform for him to place his feet. And when he going to the next step again, there's someone there. Everybody in the step of success, in the ladder of success, Wike has betrayed Jonathan. Patient Jonathan made him a governor. Everybody knows that. Betrayed Wike. What's his name? Amechi. Betrayed several people. I can't even have them offered now. Literally betrayed everyone to get to where he is today. You cannot, in this life, you cannot eat your cake and have it. So I don't know why he wants to do what Tinubu is doing in Lagos right now, because he does not have the pedigree that Tinubu has, that made Tinubu to have the effrontery, the guts, the power to actually do what he is doing right now in Lagos State. So someone should wake this man up to stop hallucinating and let him understand that he cannot be the godfather. And besides, he has just tainted the people of the River State people don't even like him anymore, because he has made himself the villain of the Rivers people. That is just the reality. He's not the vast majority of Riverians. They are against Wike and his interest. So he can never be the godfather. So that is just it. That's just the reality. The Ijaws are complex. They are independent independent-minded set of human beings, and they are not those. They are not the kind of people that you can't intimidate an Ijaw man. They are not cowards. They are brave men and women. They are brave people. Intimidation is something that in fact, intimidation is even what empowers them more. When you try to intimidate them, just like what Wike is doing now. I am telling you, they will not. So the Ijaws will resist Wike's power torso with everything and anything they have. I am telling you, Wike can never, he will not succeed in this. In this one, you cannot just betray people along the ladder of success all through your life and get to the highest pinnacle of success. You can't do that. It is not it's not going to happen. That's not the way life goes. Life does not go that way. Does not happen that way. It goes in life. It's about take and lose, or gain and loss. You take this and you lose that. You cannot gain all the time. Never. And so that is just the reality on the ground. Again, in summary, they will try. Of course, they have already started the impeachment process. They will try, but they will fail because the Rivers people will resist it. Wike, as much as he tries, as much he will continue to fail. He will never be the godfather of Rivers State. Never. You can't buy the hands that fed you and eventually get to the pinnacle of success in life. No. You can grow that, just like what crazy Rufai. I'll be coming back to talk about Rufai. Like what Rufai did. Rufai literally did the same thing. Betrayed everyone on the ladder of success. Why climbing up? And he wants to get to the pinnacle of success by being the president. He won't get there. Wike will not. Will not. You can't get to that pinnacle of success after all the evil you did to people. It's not going to happen. And that's just it. And Wike, I foresee Wike because people like him who boast so much, is so boastful, so full of himself. That sometimes he sees himself he behaves and acts as if he is God. As if it is not the same breath and the same blood, the same human nature we all have. He has with every other person. I am telling you, Wike, his political fall, and if care is not taken, not just political fall, the fall of Wike politically and otherwise will be it will not tarry for long. Honestly, the fall of Wike will not tarry long. It will not tarry long. Wike will fall politically and otherwise. I don't want to even mention other ways that I foresee him falling. I'm falling flat on the ground. That is just the reality. He will definitely, that's just it. So the man is just, he's a monster in human form. Honestly, that man is just unbelievable. So people should let him understand that that's not the way life goes. People should make him understand that Rivers State, he should have known better than people like us. He's a Riverian from Rivers State, so he should know his people, especially the Ijaws, that they are the people you cannot call their bluff. You can't call the bluff of an Ijaw man. They will take you down. That is just it. Ijaw people, they fight. Sometimes they fight as if they have nothing to lose, even though they have all to lose. Ijaw man, that's the way they fight. Huh? As if they have nothing to lose, even when they have a lot to lose. That's the kind of spirit they have. So such person, how can you defeat such spirit? How can you break such spirit? You cannot. You cannot. Someone should tell Wike to go to hell. And he is going to that hell. And that is just the reality. Because you cannot, you alone cannot fight an entire state. You can't. Who the hell do you think you are? How did you get to where you are? Did you work for it? You did not. Wike did not work for he was handed everything he is today. He was handed. He didn't struggle for it. He didn't fight for it. He didn't do it independent of any other power. No. He was handed everything as a local government chairman, as chief of staff, as he was chief of staff to Amechi, yes, as chief of staff, as minister for education, right, for state, minister of state for education. Everything he is a lawyer. I don't know if he ever practiced. Please, I can't remember, but I doubt if Wike ever practiced law as a lawyer. He doesn't behave as a lawyer. He behaves so crudely, so uncivilized, so uncultured. I consider him a hoodlum. That is just the reality. And that is my angle.